Hello and welcome to Hardway Learning. Today we're working on a 2006 BMW 328i non-X-Drive, so it's just rear-wheel drive, and we're doing the front struts on here. We're removing the strut, replacing this with some fresh rubber bushings, and then top the strut bearing or whatever. First things first, we are going to remove this end link. It's a 16mm nut, and then you hold the other side on the end link side, 17mm. Coming in here with the 16. Actually, I'm gonna grab the impact for that and we can turn the steering wheel to the right. You know what they say about axis. The suspension's under load, right? Or deloaded, so we'll neutralize up here. Up. This side has a ride height sensor, so what we're gonna do is try to pop that knuckle piece off of here. Or maybe we can just pop this clip off. Dan got a little too carried away with trying to help me out down here. But basically this was on here like so. And we just came behind it and popped it off. And then, now we will loosen up these, because these are torqued at ride height, and it's a fluid-filled bushing that sort of works with the suspension. When we loosen this, and then we loosen this captured bolt here, which is also an 18, it'll allow us to lower the whole suspension system enough to get the strut out of the wheel well. So we'll loosen these 18s, just loosen them, don't have to take them all the way out. Then we will loosen the knuckle, what is that called? Pinch bolt?
Strut pinch bolt?
Strut pinch bolt or something, which I think is also an 18. Spread it with a shock spreader, link in the description. And then once we can loosen the 13s on the top of the strut, we're getting too far ahead of ourselves here. Alright, so we're gonna send it off on this 18 nut, 18 bolt. So this is where we're gonna spread the pinch bolt right there. I'm gonna leave that in, take our wrench out. But first we wanna get the 13s off the top of the strut so that this whole arm can come down, and then we can pull the strut out of the
I'm sure glad you
knuckle.
had me lay down on the ground
Next to all that oil. So yeah, these there's 3 13mm bolts on the top of the car. This one's fun to get at.
You really thought you'd bend that
I got
metal.
the other one off by just flexing it through the little strut tower brace. Guess this one's just a little more stubborn. Before you do the 13s on top, you're gonna want to take your brake caliper off, which is 2 7mm bolts.
That's how I almost stripped out one of mine. I see it. It's over by the right. I really
Yeah, the other side was not.
don't love what I'm seeing you do there. Yeah.
You don't have to pull them all the way out. Now we're gonna get the anti-vibration clip off. This one really befuddled me last time. What you have to do is just pry it out like that. What did we learn today, Dan? Never buy a BMW.
What are you, crazy?
Can you just hang it? Well, no, you can't hang it from the strut. You're taking it out. Can you wedge it up there under the subframe?
Alright, now we can go down.
First thing that'll happen is that brake caliper will fall. Alright, brake pad. Now, if you rolled the fenders,
If you turn the steering wheel a certain way, it's supposed to help you get past this.
sounded good.
Done. We're gonna take this off. We're gonna use spring compressor. Take this, I think it's a 20 mil or something. The OEM one is a 21, but when I put the new one on, just leave it on the ground so if it goes skeet skirting away, won't hit me in the face. New gasket here.
A positive.
But this, that is trash. That's trash right there. The other one was worse. It didn't even come back at all. We got a new gasket in between the body of the car and the upper strut bearing. This is trash. One of these. This bearing allows the wheels to turn freely because the whole strut body moves with the suspension. So we will put this like that. Clean it first. And then fresh rubber bushing here. Got all these parts from FCP Euro. Seem to be a pretty reasonably priced website for European parts. Bushing for the bottom of the spring rest. Goes right. I'm really struggling with getting spring compressed enough. How was that again? So once you have your strut back together, it's time for reassembly. I'm gonna leave this top washer and the gasket out. It's a good idea to turn this to the right on the driver's side, I believe, and then to the left when you're on the other side. So I'm gonna turn this. Should give me more access to put this back in. And then you kind of reverse the process. So we'll put this into the pinch bolt, into the strut pinch thing, and then bolt up the 13 millimeters nuts on the top. One thing to note, you want to torque the torsion bar control arm bushing things when the suspension is at ride height. So what we will do is jack this up until it just about lifts the car off the jacks, and then do 74 foot-pounds on each of those bushings. And then insert torque spec for this, insert torque spec for that, and you should be good. As always, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more car maintenance on European automotive. Fuck that brake shield. And pop this back. Where's the little number guy?